Check, check. Let me hear if it's working. Check, check. Okay. Okay. Close this. Open this. There we go. This is fine. This is fine. All right. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome to new flight. So I have a new mic. Yeah, I will have to monitor if probably it's already too strong. Let me check on VPilot as well when I'm talking kind of normally. Maybe here is not that strong, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this for the moment. And ooh, yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe it's a little louder than before. I don't know. Looks, yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, by the way, today we are going to, yeah, for example, now was very strong. Maybe I have to lower it. Like, I don't know. -7. Ooh. I'm gonna try like this. Okay. So welcome. We are in Mexico. And this is the flight we're gonna do from Oaxaca to Mexico City, yeah. VFR condition, very interesting. And so, yeah, basically, this is the first time we fly in Mexico after the release of the 737, and I basically never flew here before because I was using a 737 indeed. So it's gonna be interesting. You know that I like so much approaching Mexico City. There are volcanoes here. Look at this, plenty of stuff. Very interesting approach. You will see. And also the departure today. I mean, we are here in Oaxaca, running 01, so we're gonna depart toward this very high mountain. I guess 6,000, 9,000 feet. So, yeah, we're gonna be pretty high. 5,000 feet for the departure. Oh wow, it's also not that long. This is an interesting departure, definitely. So, yeah, 2,400 meter runway at 5,000 feet is pretty interesting for a 737 NG. But yeah, so basically the procedure is straight ahead and immediate turn to the, okay, not immediate, but yeah, turn to the left. But we will see it when we check the departure procedure indeed. Okay, let me see here. Let's view. Okay, I don't know why let's view disappeared for some reason. Okay, so let's go back here. We're gonna fly the 737. This is not scimitar. Okay, I'm quite confused about 737 and wingtips. I guess this is scimitar. I'm not sure. But let's get in. I had to move the plane because the stand in this airport is pretty bad. That's why we have the pushback truck there. But yeah, of course, it's not realistic. Okay, let's turn on everything. Then we're gonna reset the. We're gonna have to reset the view because this is a new plane. Like, I mean, let's say, you know, there are many versions of the 7.3. Also, we're using another. Yeah, we're gonna see it after, but yeah, we're using single cabin today, neither high density or two cabin. Okay. The meantime, let's connect everything we need. Yeah, we need a fuel truck, we need stairs, we need all this. Okay. Then ground power unit. This, okay. This is done. Cruise altitude 300. Not 300. Then Okay, then this I need to set empty here and fuel 3000. What's this? Ah, well, it's not the. It's an old flight plan. Okay, yeah. Yeah, very interesting departure and arrival. You will see. We're gonna talk about both of them immediately, actually. So fuel-wise, 6.6. Done. Start. Passenger, 166. Start. Now we have to wait that. Okay. Like this. Pausing it. Let's wait for the GPS position. IRS are aligning, right? Yeah. Did I fly the flight plan? Yeah. Okay. Let's view in the meantime. So I think that it makes sense for us to. Okay, GPS position in the meantime. Okay, import the route for now. What is this? Ah, yeah, of course I didn't import on the FP. Okay, there we go. Select route. Yeah, we have to start. Okay, loading cargo. Well, 4.1. So is 2.0 here? No, 2.1 in the front. Oops. 2.1 start 2.0. Okay, we can't start, of course, it's arriving. Okay, load here. Hope everything is going fine with the audio. Let me do a check. I think we can stay with 6, honestly. Yeah, if I go to 0 and then 6, okay, nice, great. Let's start this as well. Activate, execute. So now we have many stuff to do actually. Did I connect my eyeball? Yeah. Okay, let's check the procedure. We have to check the procedure, do the performance, and also set the view. So as I told you, very interesting departure today. It's a 5,000 feet high airport and 2,400 meter runway. Runway 01 for today. This is the departure. So is the Maxil 4. So takeoff at 4.2 DME from Oscar Alpha X-ray left turn. And we have some altitude constraint, as you can see. And we're gonna get there at least, let's say 10 DME, 10.8 DME Oscar Alpha X-ray at 9,400 feet, and then to the left. We're gonna have some mountains in front of us, 10,800, as you can see, very interesting departure. Regarding the approach, we're gonna do the Larlo for Alpha. We're gonna fly very close to those incredible volcanoes. It's very cool. I'm really curious to see how it is in 2024, because again, it's the first time we fly there in 2024. We always did flights in Mexico with the with 2020. Then from EPRIM, I guess there is an ILS approach. Yeah, ILS Yankee 05. So I already approached Mexico City. One thing you have really to be aware is the altitude, because at some point, yeah, maybe because it was the controller last time, was kind of confusing me. But yeah, be aware of your altitude. So probably we're gonna go direct to Mike's X-ray 777 if there is no control, and then from there do the procedure. All right. So let's go back to the plane. There we go. Departure, arrival, departure, runway 01, Maxil 4, execute. This is loading, this is loading, this is finish, remove. Let's go back to set some view. It's pretty. Let's see something. create a value. Okay, not that much maybe. And let me lower the pilot for the moment since there is no controller. Yeah, again, when you select a different cabin type, or you know that you have this, I guess it's wingtip difference. So one is Bravo Whiskey, BW, and the other one is Sierra Whiskey, SSW. Okay, let's do. Let me see something. This is a cool one, but maybe it's too much. This one is better. Okay. Number 5. Let's do the number 4. In the meantime, the IRS are aligning and the plane is boarding. After that, we just have to do the performance calculation and the number 4 here. Let me check again the number 5. Yeah, we can do it better, honestly. Okay, little behind. Okay, number 5. 6 and 7 on behind wings. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, so as the sim is considering it as a different plane, you have to do again the view every single time, which I don't like at all. In 2020 wasn't like this, of course. But yeah, it is what it is. For the moment, that's what we have. You could change wingtips and you could change cabin type from the FMC, basically. Okay. Number 6. All right. Done. Close this. Never mind that. Okay. Menu FMC. Route done. Perfinite. Okay. Now. IFR condition in Mexico City in the meantime. It's always foggy there. I mean, it's every time I fly in Mexico City, it's foggy. I guess it's quite a foggy area at this point. Not 1 is 10. Which I can do like this. Okay. 281, 10 knots. 0 fuel weight. 60.7. Great. This is fine. Reserves is. Oops. 281. Okay. Reserves is 3.4. Wow. That's very interesting. What's our alternate? Oh well. Okay. I guess because it's VFR condition. What is again? Mike, Golf, Lima. Guadalajara. Not that it's really VFR condition, honestly. Oh yeah, whatever. Cost index. 1.7. Execute. And 1 limit. Now we have to do this, of course. That's done. This is done as well. Okay, remove everything. Release. And start TPU. Okay, PU starting. Performance calculation. This is okay. Here. Great. So, wow, look at the performance. Flaps 5, takeoff, not a rate. So we're gonna have max power. That's very cool. And flaps 5, 140, 142, 148. Wow, very cool. It's the first time I take off full power in. Okay, we're gonna climb max power as well in the 73 in 2024 trim 0.02 should match. It's matching indeed. Let's adjust the trim. Great. Okay. Then menu, FMC. Here I want the takeoff page. Here I want legs page. APU is starting. Adding. Initial climb, 10,000 is okay. Then flight director. Flight director. Nav. That's something I want to do. I want to go here. PMDG action. No. PMDG setup. Aircraft. Option. Simulation. RS option. Okay, this is realistic. And then I want to set the restore original. Because you never know. The first time I launch this livery, so you never know. I guess it's default, but yeah. 158 the V2 plus 10. Great, this is fine. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, let's push back. So we have to take off 01, which is that direction. Wow, look at the mountain we're gonna have in front of us. So let's push back like this, of course. Ah, wait a sec. We are still... no, okay. APU is running. Switch to APU. Pax, APU blade on. This. Great. External power. Wait a sec. Before it. Parking brake set. Let's go here, here, here. Release external power. Remove chokes. Menu, FMC. Index, takeoff page. That's fine. Traffic. Transponder on. And 2000. Now we have this transponder in this version here. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. QNH 1027. Ah, yeah, here you have to do like this. Okay, 1027 set. 1027 confirmed. 1026 actually. Okay, never mind, it's okay. Great. Push back. Hello, I want to see if the pushback truck is gonna move. Let me see. No, okay. Okay, let's go. Parking brake released. It's incredible that after a year and a half, basically, yeah, not really a year and 2 months, they didn't fix at all the pushback truck. And in the default sim, there is no default pushback system. You have to call with the frequencies. It's completely wrong, that system, but yeah, incredible. Okay, altitude destination is 7,300 feet. Okay, 7,300 set. Pax off. This. Anti-collision light. Starting number 2. Okay. Pushback is completed. Set parking brake. 25% fueling. We are starting this one. You know, it's super quiet when you start it up. I really like the sound design during during the flight, during cruise, but startup not really, honestly. Super quiet. Maybe for an external view is better, but it's quite small airport, this one. Maybe also see the VATSIM situation. We expect to have some, yeah, maybe this traffic here we're not gonna be able to overtake him. But let's see. Okay, we have a good engine start. Starting number 1. Nothing on the center, right? Yeah. Okay, fueling. Okay. Terrain, weather radar here. And let me do like this. Look at the terrain. Laps 5. Okay. It's gonna be a short flight, by the way. It's yeah, 2,000 miles basically. Sorry, it's 200 miles. Speaking of which, import here. Okay, let's go. Flaps is set 5. Yeah, that's correct. Taxi light on. Trim is set. Maybe we have to do this. Auto close here, here, here. Maybe off. Continuous, continuous. This. Okay. This is all good. Let's go. Do we have to backtrack? Yeah. Yeah, we have to backtrack in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna need some power to move the plane because we are quite high. 5,000 feet of altitude again. Okay. Everything is set. Takeoff config done. Now we are entering the runway. No traffic around. That's fine. Maybe we're gonna be able to overtake him. I don't know. So, landing light, running turn off. Strobes. That's it. I remind you we have a short runway considering the altitude. 5,000 feet for 2,400 meters. For that reason, we're gonna take off max power, not the rate, and takeoff setting. So full joys for us today. Okay. My departure procedure is very interesting in Navigraph. Look at this. It's starting from the VOR, which is not in the airport, it's like down there somewhere. Oh yeah. Let's go. Okay. Let me check just a sec. Since it's the first time I fly this version. Okay, setting is fine. Alright. Yeah, not really because still pretty far to turn. Yeah, probably we're gonna get to Mexico before you. You are about to take off. Let's see. The strange, I mean, it's doing a strange path to be honest. Considering runway 05 is active, I don't know why it's down there here. I hope it's not one of those very interesting VATSIM situation, but let's hope for the best. Which typical, you know, people and landing and taking off from different runways. I'm kind of shocked for in Sydney they use, I mean it's completely off topic, but yeah, in Sydney they use running 3-4 left and 1-6 right. In real life, opposite landing and takeoff, considering they have, I mean, yeah, one runway is very short, the other one, but it's a very interesting airport, honestly. It's a big one. I mean, it's not enormous, but not small. Okay. We're good to go. Remember, we are full. I mean, we are max power takeoff because we are at 5,000 feet and because we have a 2,400 meter runway just in front of us. And Also, we have a nice mountain. Indeed, as you can see in our procedure in the PFD, here we're gonna have to turn to the left right after. I mean, not right after, but soon after departure. Okay, everything looks fine. 40%. Okay, let's give some sound. I'm curious. Engine stable, brake release, toggle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check. Rotate. Oh, crosswind.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Wow. Oh my god, that was interesting. Okay, 15 degrees. Try to follow some procedure. I have to adjust my view on the. Okay. Autopilot. Look at this! Wow. Acceleration. And left turn. Wow, what a departure. Speed check. Rough shoe. What a place. Look at this. Incredible is this side here. Look at that mountain. Okay. Speed check, flaps up. Wow. Yeah, more than 10,000 feet that mountain here. Very cool. Very cool departure. Oh wow, what a sound. Okay, let me see one sec what we are doing. Let's continue climb. Yeah, let's continue climbing at least 180. Then this. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. We have a mountain here. Yeah, you know, Mexico is an incredible country, full of volcanoes. Wow, look at this. Oaxaca. Very, very interesting. I really liked today departure. And let's see, we can spam it. We are pretty far already. Maybe that's. I don't know. Okay, 10,000 feet. Now the plane is gonna accelerate, of course. We are okay with that. We are high enough. Okay, take this setting. On the turn. Okay, wait a sec. 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Okay, I should have done this before. Never mind. And continue climb. All right. Okay, let me lower the sim volume. Let's increase it a bit for me because it's pretty low. Okay. Can we get any direct? Probably yes. Yeah, we can't go direct to... Okay, let's go direct to Vimbo for now. Wow, which is basically... right before our approach. Yeah, I told you the flight's gonna be quite short today. On the climb, standard pressure. Continue climb 260. As always, if you have any question, feel free to ask. I remind you we're flying the 737 800 2024. Flight Simulator 2024. We just took off from Oaxaca. We're going to Mexico City. It's going to be a very interesting arrival. Very, very beautiful, let's say, area. It's going to be some epic volcanoes to spot. Very close to Mexico City. As you probably know if you are familiar there. And, well, yeah, we are ahead of him. Yeah, we are ahead of this traffic. We're gonna... Yeah, we are still... I mean, we're already pretty fast. Let's see. Yeah. We are already ahead, and we are way slower than him. So we're gonna be the first one to land in Mexico City. Yeah, I'm gonna show you again the arrival. Of course. Even if I show it in the beginning of the live. Since it's a short flight, I did all the... yeah, I scheduled the departure and arrival all at the same time, basically. Terrain off, weather radar. So yeah, basically, no. Okay, let's check it again. Basically, we're gonna do something like this. So we want to avoid to stay close to those volcanoes here. That's why the procedure is like that. We're gonna go direct to Mike X-ray 777, and that's because the altitude constraint, as you can see here. And then to M' 2 of the ILS, Yankee runway 05 right. Classical ILS, but in a very interesting situation. As you can see here, we're gonna fly at 8,900 feet, and we're gonna have 8,000, 9,000, even higher, of course, but really close to 8,000 high terrain edge, which is gonna be, yeah, it's pretty interesting again to approach Mexico City. I really suggest it's not difficult or nothing. I mean, be aware of your vertical path, because it can be quite sharp sometimes. Especially if the controller gives you wrong indication. Okay, let's Yankee April is the Larlo for Alpha. Okay, great. Then, as you know, well known, in the 7.3 there is no auto tune, so 109er .1 done. 109er .1. Okay, and course, which is 055. 055. 055. 055. 055. Minima is... Okay, it's not... we can try to set it since we have this new system. It's a barometric minima, it's not a category 2 or 3 approach. We do have IFR condition in Mexico City, by the way. Few cloud 2000, visibility on ground is 2.5 miles. Wow, that's a very interesting meter. It's a very interesting meter. So, wow, look at this. Incredible, by the way. I'm gonna navigate one sec some approach to see if we do have something better. But I don't think so. No. Okay. So, the meter is 2000, few clouds 2000, scattering to 22,000, haze condition, and visibility on ground 2.5 miles. Okay. It's an interesting situation. Those are already the volcanoes of Mexico City. We are very close, as I was telling you. So our approach is gonna, will be to the left here and then into this valley to land 05, right? So the minimum is 7,566 barometric. Let me see if I'm able to set the barometric with this new system here. Still, it still takes some time, but it's not impossible. What happened? It's a little bugged, I guess, the situation. Okay. Yeah, it's quite long to set. Okay, we're already at 4,000. 6,000. 7,500. Almost. Okay, 66. 60. Okay, perfect minima. Zoom in. How are we doing? Okay, the traffic is turning now. But yeah, we are way ahead of him. Yeah, we're like 7 minutes ahead of him at the moment. There is another pretty cool volcano before Mexico City, which I can't see now. Oh, look at this. Wow. Again, it's the first time we fly in Mexico in 2024 because I was operating in the sim Air Mexico, but with the 737 in 2020. Really curious to see. I mean, honestly, the main okay, yeah, the terrain probably. I mean, the difference between 2020 and 2024 is if you have the cloud system active. I don't know if you can download everything like 2020. Probably you can, but I'm not doing it because my connection is good enough, let's say. So in my opinion, yeah, 2020, if you were not close to the terrain, was a little bit more detailed because wasn't a cloud system. So yeah, for me 2024 is have a little less resolution where you're flying high. Of course, when you're closer to the terrain, there is this AI system to generate sharper slope, which is not a game changer in my opinion. It does something, it's nothing incredibly good. The main difference, of course, from 2020 visually here, I mean, if I watch, for example, this landscape here, is the color correction. I mean, 2024 look way more realistic color-wise, and the clouds, because in 2020 you don't have these high altitude clouds at all. So that adds quite realism. Visually wise, then of course it's a different sim, especially the fluid dynamic part, air dynamic, let's say, that's very different in 2024. You can clearly see it, and you can clearly feel it, especially with planes that does use all the 2024 possibility, which I don't think this one does. For what I heard, the PMDG 737 is not using the new. I mean, it's not completely, let's say, using the new flight model possibility that this sim has. 1,000 to go. 1,000 feet per minute. Okay. Very quiet. No. So we can go direct to Larlo in the meantime, and then we have to go direct to Max X3. Okay, at top of this time we're gonna go direct to Max X3 777. There's a flight from the Pacific. Okay, it's from Hawaii. Then let's see what. Oh wow. No, I didn't know that from. It's the first time I pressed this. Wow. I have like 2,000 hours on VATSIM. Yeah, there is a Concorde. It's not the first time I see a Concorde around Mexico City Airport. Maybe there is a person used to fly here that he really likes Concorde. Yeah, because there is a Concorde coming from Honolulu, which is about, which just took off, I guess. Yeah. We just took off. This is us, San Francisco, Los Angeles. So there is a Concorde that just took off in Honolulu. There we have it. Crazy guy. It would be great to have a Concorde. I have no idea how to fly it, but I would study it and then do very strange flights as well. He's not gonna get there in so much time. And this is us, of course. And we are in cruise altitude at the moment. Top of descent is there, which means it's gonna be in 40 miles. But again, we're not gonna start descending. We're gonna go direct to max. So again, max to Mike X-ray 777 to adjust our vertical path. And don't underestimate Mexico City approach. Start descending when it's needed, because I did it once. I mean, it was a combination of, so the controller was not giving me clear indication, but yeah, can turn on to be quite interesting if you don't do it properly. Okay, let me check something. Wow. Wow. Okay. I was checking some chess result. Know if anyone have chess passion. I like to watch mainly. And there is a very famous and important tournament in these days. Look at that volcano, by the way. Do we? Okay, everything is off, right? Yeah. So I remind you, we have also very bad weather at Mexico City. Not bad weather, but we have very bad visibility condition. Considering the type of approach, we don't have a category 3 Bravo approach and nothing like that. So yeah, considering that, it's not great. It's not great at all. But okay, let me do a mic check, because I'm using a new mic. So considering the type of approach, we don't have a category 3. Okay, seems fine. Nothing like that. So yeah, considering that, it's not great. It's not great at all. Okay. Yeah, it sounds pretty okay to me. All right. Yeah, those two are like the main, I mean, the typical view from Mexico City. Those two volcanoes, which probably I can tell you the name now. Let me see. Okay, so one is the Popocatépetl. Oh my God, what a name! Popocatépetl. Yeah, there is an accent on the E. And the other one is, which is even higher. No, wait a second. No, okay. Is the Itzachihuati, but no, okay, Itzachihuati, which is this. The other name, which I'm not gonna pronounce again, is this one here. Okay. Oh wow. Let's go direct now. Mike X-ray 777. Let's go. Okay. Top of descent shift. But yeah, we're gonna be ready, and let's descend immediately to flight level. Okay, not really flight level, because it's not. It's altitude. 17,000 feet. QNH will be. Yeah, probably they use American QNH here. Sorry, not QNH. Altimeter. Okay. So it's 3037. Let's set it on the standby. 30. .37. Okay. That's good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, yeah, basically Mexico City is right behind here. I mean, that one is Mexico City. And we are starting descending. So 1000 feet per minute initially. Let's wait the descent page here. We're gonna have to slow down at some point to 230. Yes. And okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be sharp on the constraint because last time I found myself a little bit high. It's a very cool approach. Terrain. Zooming. And let's go down. Descent page, so we're gonna descend 260, okay. Oh, okay, so we can switch to... Okay, I'm gonna maintain 280 for the moment, in case we can adjust. Okay, 70,000 feet, and then on... so after Mike... Okay, on the turn, on Mike X-ray 777, descend 14,000 feet. Okay, for now that we are way below the vertical path, as you can see here. This nice feature they don't have in the A320. You know exactly how lower you are or higher from the vertical path. Okay, and now it's catching us. Look at this place, by the way. So on ground, I don't see anybody. This plane is very, it's way behind us. I couldn't talk. The fuck? And we are on a descent. We're gonna increase our rate of descent, of course. Vertical path is catching us really, really slowly, honestly. So, yeah, let's wait a moment still. Wow, look at that. Wow. Not really fully loaded, of course. But yeah, pretty epic already. Look at this. I mean, how incredible is this place? Wow. Incredible. Meter is still old, we don't have a new meter. Yeah, of course we can adjust with the green banana if we want. Which, okay, there we have it. So let's try 1,500. We want to be at 70,000 feet on the turn, basically. This is fine. So this is a correct rate of descent. Then I forgot. Wow, I completely forgot these two stuff. Very bad. Very bad. But let's calculate arrival. I mean landing performance. 05 right. Import from aircraft. Auto brake 2. It's very high. Mexico City is 7,300 feet high, something like that. Hold up. Wait a sec. Let me check. Are we on the edge? No. We're below. Landing weight greater than climb limit weight? What? Ah, it's 4,000. We'd never get there. Okay, that's very interesting because in my... It's not a problem, of course. Oops, not this. But as you can see in... according to Navigraph, according to SimBrief, we did 737 PMDG single class profile, so this exact plane we're flying. The maximum landing weight is 66.4 tons. according to the PMDG FB is 64.3. Okay, that's very strange, honestly. What we can do, of course, is use the... I'm gonna trust the SimBrief one in this case. What we can do is, of course, use it. Which we can probably. Let me just set it up. I don't know if you know, but you have this nice feature in SimBrief, performance calculator for many planes, include, of course, 737 from PMDG. You can directly populate from last flight, so it's gonna import all your setup, landing performance. This is okay. This is fine, but let's consider the current weight, which is 65.5. Okay, 65, 500. Flaps 30. Optimum. It's gonna tell you the correct. I like this. Wet. Why? What? I don't see any rain. No, it's dry. Auto brake 3. Okay. Yeah, that's a cool feature. Of course, in case, I mean, it's a very long runway, so it's not really a concern in this case because let me increase this stuff here. It's not really a concern because the runway is it's 4,100 meter long in this case, so we can land auto brake 2, for example, and then use max, not really max braking power, but manual braking. We have in this case we are in an airport in which we have some space to make decision. Ooh, wait a sec. Here we were losing this view of the volcanoes, especially when you there is a departure in which you take off from the airport, you fly pretty close to them. It's pretty cool. I mean, I really suggest you Mexico. Departing from Mexico City is very, very cool. This looks like other lava flow, by the way. Okay, increasing the rate of descent because I guess it's needed. Yeah, I guess it's needed a lot. We're about to turn. We are still 20,000 feet. Okay, go down, come on. And we have to slow down. I'm gonna set up the correct speed, but yeah, of course we are very fast at the moment. We can use speed brake, which I'm gonna do now. Okay, speed brake a little bit. Try to slow down the plane. Okay. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Let me go here. Airport is empty. Standard. On the turn, 14,000 feet. Okay. Okay, max. Speed brakes. Trying to recover in the vertical path. And then when we are done with that, I'm gonna start reducing the vertical speed, losing speed, and as consequence also probably engage flight level change mode. As you can see, we have some fog there, some haze. So what is the temperature? Okay, well, it's hot. Okay, it's not hot, but yeah, it's far from the 0 degrees, let's say. Okay, legs here. Approach speed will be 153. Okay, now we can start reducing this. Okay. By a lot, probably. crossing the heading. Okay, I already did it. After the next waypoint, we can descend 12,500 and then 8,900. Sorry, 10,000. All right. Yeah, we're pretty close to some terrain here. Look at this. So, yeah. Okay, not really. See, sorry, it's the next turn, not this one. On the next turn to the left, we're gonna be quite close to terrain. Okay, looks we are doing very good now. As a consequence, remove this. Idle. This is armed, right? Okay, armed. Okay, 10,000. Sorry, 1,000 feet per minute. Look at that! Wow, this volcano is very, very cool. Then landing light, seatbelts. Okay. It's incredible it's not slowing down at 10,000 feet per minute. I'm not gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna wait. Look at the terrain. Look at all those volcano formation. It's a tremendously volcanic, the Mexico City area, by the way. I mean, look at all this structure. And that one, of course. I mean, that is quite evident, but here is like a volcanic field. Alright. 1,000 feet to go. So after the, on the next turn, 12,500. It's also a mandatory altitude. I mean, 14,000 in Urgnok. It's mandatory. You can't be above or below. Wow. Incredible. That stuff is really incredible. Okay, about to turn. Okay, altitude hold. Speed is fine. We have to slow down actually. So in this case, speed on up. And descend 12,500. This time, fly level change. Okay. Zoom in. Adding after the next waypoint, descend 10,000 feet. And then on the turning on final, descend 8,900, which also our final altitude before intercepting. And in case of missed approach, we don't have a what? Climb on course. I don't see any go around altitude. Wow. Look at, I mean, I'm not gonna show you, I have no time, but there is no go around altitude. Look at this terrain, how close it is. Alright. Wow. Very beautiful, by the way. We're losing a little bit of vertical path. Continue descent 10,000. Speed brakes. And do this and this and this. Okay. I think that speed breaker are just needed in Mexico City also. They land very big plane here. 747. So, wow. It's a very interesting. I mean, you wouldn't expect an airport like this for a capital. It's a super interesting approach. This is not photogrammetry now. Okay. So now, do we have DME? Ooh, wow, 9 DME. Okay, in this case, vertical speed, 10,000 feet per minute. Speed check, flaps 1. Speed on 1. Okay, let me remove the speed brake, not required anymore. Speed brake armed, auto brake armed, flaps is 1. Okay, speed check flaps 5. Speed on 5. Okay. Great. Slowing down. 8,900, which is also our last altitude. Yeah, as you can see, don't underestimate approaching 05 right from Salve in Mexico City, because it's very easy to lose the puff, the vertical puff. I mean, very easy. We are also a little high, even today. We are lock armed. Very, very easy. As you can see, we are above the glide. Anyway, speed check flaps 15. Speed on 15. Pro speed 153. What I'm trying to do is what? Ah, yeah, I guess we dropped too early. Yeah, but now should be fine. No, wait a sec. Yeah, probably yes. Maybe it's the gear down. Yeah, maybe it's not liking flap 15. No, but this was fine. Okay, never mind. So, we're not going to be able to intercept like this at all. Go down. And approach. We're going to intercept from above, which is not the best. As you saw, it's very easy to mess up the vertical path in Mexico City, and we did it today. Speed check, gear down. Should be fine now. Yeah. Glide slope capture now. Okay, glide slope capture. Speed check, flaps full. Not full, sorry, it's for flap 30. Hope I didn't set full. Okay, flaps 30 checked. 153. We are fine, but as you saw, we had to intercept from above. Now, we can't auto land. Visibility on ground is not the best. Not the best at all. Let's see. We are 1,000 feet to the minimum.
1,000.
I mean, from the minimum. I see the runway. Autopilot off. Auto throttle off. Okay, to the right. We're losing the glide, but it doesn't seem to.
Approaching minimums.
Okay, ignore the glide slope.
Minimums.
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown, reverse. Yeah, classical glide slope and puppy broken, but whatever. Okay. Wow. Okay, 60 reversing. Braking. Alright. Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, glide slope and puppy Yeah, we have 4 red, but we touched down basically right on the aiming point, which doesn't make any sense. Don't trust the glide slope and the puppy from 2024, unfortunately. It's quite a mess. Okay, welcome to Mexico City. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah, I couldn't fly the plane too much today because we had low visibility. But you know, classical stuff about the PMDG, in my opinion. They have, I mean, again, you can't really precisely control the pitch of the plane with the throttle. But today was also mixed with the wrong glide and wrong puppy, so I couldn't really tell. Okay, landing lights is coming off. Takeoff runway stays on for now. Strobe off. I forgot this. Nice. And okay, we can start TPU already. We can. No, we're pretty far. Let's go. For nice taxi. Wow, very cool approach, by the way. Wow. Incredible. I'm not even in Unicorn. Wow. Nice. 2,000 flights on VATSIM and I still forgot about Unicorn. Incredible. The human brain is really incredible sometimes. But really cool. I mean, I never approached runway, runway 23, in Mexico City, runway 05, especially from south. I don't know from north because I didn't do it either. But from south is very cool. I really suggest you Mexico City, runway 05 right, coming from the south. Some Larlo arrival. Very, very cool. As you saw, you really have to be sharp with your speed, with your vertical path, to be able to intercept properly. And yeah, there is fog. It's not the first time I found a foggy situation here, so I guess it's quite common stuff. So yeah, completely surrounded by terrain. Very interesting vertical path. Weather condition on ground is usually not the best. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting airport. Imagine approaching that with a 7.4. Wow, that would be epic. In the future, of course, we're waiting this same developer to drop the 747. Oops, the 747. Now we will have to wait all the 7.3 for 2024. And after, we will probably talk about 7.4, which is incredible. Again, I already said this once, but when PMDG released the 7.3, they were already talking about the triple, the 7.4, and people were saying, okay, the 7.4 will be released in 2025. And for me, it was incredible since it was 2022. Thinking to wait 3 years for the 747. Now they did start dropping planes there. It was completely strange, but yeah, it's 2026 and no 7.4 in the horizon, not even in the horizon. So I guess we're gonna have to wait. Probably this year they will finish 747 release. Could be at the end of 2026 they will drop the 747. Could be. I wouldn't expect them to wait an entire year just to drop 737 on 2024, honestly. But you never know. Probably one of the most wanted plane. One of my most wanted plane is the 747 for sure. We have a traffic on final. Okay, here we have to go left. Okay, right, enough off. I'm really missing kind of a, because long goal there is a 777, the A350, which they both, yeah, basically I use them, the A380, the A300, sorry, not the A300, the A330, the default one. They are all plane that land, I was thinking about this, that they land with auto throttle on, or at least on until 30 feet. I really miss a long haul plane that you have to, I mean, after 12-hour flight, autopilot off, auto throttle off, and go landing the plane. Of course, there is the 7-8, but I'm talking about planes that are in an acceptable condition, let's say. Lights off. Oh, I forgot the APU. I forgot the APU. Marker brake set. So we'll have to wait. The APU. 7.4 is of course one of those. You don't really, I mean the 400 I'm quite sure you don't, I mean even the 7.4, you don't land it. I mean you land it, classical procedure is auto throttle off, autopilot off, auto throttle off, as a 7.3. Okay. Come on. Come on, Apu. Okay. APU. Engine. Nice. Let's go here. Let's go here. 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 Chokes. I want to do, of course, jetway today. Connect this. Door. Disarm. Open door. Yeah, I forgot to arm doors. It's not important. Then, okay, we have to wait here. Jetway connected. Fuel truck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then, standard power. This can be off. Off, off, open this, APU off, collision light off, this is fine, hydraulical off, props and windows heat off, this is okay, everything looks okay now, let's go outside. Alright, that was it, very cool flight. I mean, I really like flying in Mexico. And again, I really suggest you Mexico City, especially approaching from south around 05 right. I don't know about the other approach, but because I only did this one basically, because I'm always going to the south. I mean, from Mexico City to the south and then back. But yeah, I really suggest you this airport. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Way more interesting than what people think, I guess. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like, subscribe, and I wish you a nice evening, and see you next time.